Hi and welcome, everyone. And for those of you who are brave enough to actually show me your faces and join me on Zoom, I'm going to thank you. Nothing's worse than looking at a screen with all just names and black screen. So come on in and be part of the engagement, be part of the meeting. You couldn't do this if we were face to face, could you? Okay, well, I hope we've set you up with a little bit of curiosity, potentially a lot of excitement, because we're ready to roll out something I think was going to, I don't know, make a huge impact as long as you work the plan. But anyway, we'll go into that later. So tonight we're kicking off something that was promised on the leader call, and it's a new promotion to get you excited. So thank you, Livia. So can you believe it? Tuesday, the 4th of October. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's rock and roll. So as I mentioned earlier, we're now going to launch a promotion that I feel would give you just a little bit of energy and excitement to want to join us at a conference. So it's a time to plan your way to conference. So we'll be launching a bit more about the finer details of conference. As you know, our theme for next year is Go for Growth, and that's between Friday the 3rd to Sunday the 6th of March, and we have shifted our location to the Royal Pines Resort Gold Coast. Now, some of you already know this, some of you it may be new. And the reason for doing this is, you know, we got down to the finer details with the JW Marriott, and it was just proving too expensive to actually participate. You know, we put our consultants' hats on, and you know, the accommodation, it's now turned into a 5-star plus hotel. I'm giving you the reasons why we changed, and the room rates were expensive, and that was a main consideration. And you know, it's now, I guess, more of a hotel you would use for a destination rather than a conference, and it got a bit ridiculous with the pricing. So we did a bit of a U-turn, and the Royal Pines have come up with some pretty interesting numbers. We're still doing a bit of negotiating, you know, sharpening the pencil, but our whole focus is to be, I guess, make it more reasonable for you, our associates, to attend. We still want an exciting location and one that's, you know, a nice venue, but we wanted it to be reasonably priced. So I think when I launched this to the senior leader team, the key element here is it's right on the golf course. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know whether you're going to like it or not, some husbands thinking of participating to play golf while you guys are working. But anyway, that's another story. So we're going for growth. And the reason we're launching this promotion, I'll stop chatting, is, you know, it's about budgets. So thanks, Liv. And what we thought about, we need to face up to some realistic challenges. And over the course of, you know, this year, where everything's gone up as far as pricing goes, and some of the business platforms have gone down a little bit, which means, you know, the commission structure is a bit tighter. So we actually put our heads together, and based on some input from the senior leaders, we looked at what could we do to offset some of your conference expenditure. So we started with, if a tight budget is a concern, we hope this is going to help you, because we want as many people to be with us as possible. So we're launching tonight our Dash for Cash, Go for Growth promotion. All right, so we're going to give you the opportunity, and I'm going to go through the process. We're going to give you the opportunity to earn or offset some of your conference expenditure. And we've added one other element, which is at the first level. And I'm going to repeat that quite a few times tonight, because it's not across the board. But some of our associates, maybe you can't, even with this investment plan to attend conference, we wanted there to be some excitement that they could work towards getting some loyalty points, which is pretty generous, I have to say. But anyway, the main reason for this is cash for conference. Okay, so what we've based the promotion around is that 1 PV equals 1 point, all right, or 1 coin. So the promotion has started from the 1st of October, and it's going to run to the 31st of January. And it's about personally enrolling new customers and or associates and you earn points on their orders. Okay, so for every order they place during that promotional time, you earn 1 coin, 1 point for every PV, and it could be on one time or on automatic orders. Okay, so it's for new customers and new associates. So obviously, this is where your focus needs to be moving forward, but that's also a good business building strategy as well. So, okay, so let's look at it at a bit more detail. Okay, so as I mentioned, that we've added loyalty points at the entry level to give everybody something to get excited about, even if they can't get to conference. But the main objective of this is you actually have to come to conference to get your rewards. So we also want those associates that you do enroll to be excited about perhaps running with the promotion too, because it lasts for 3 months, and we're giving them 200 points in the promotion to kickstart their journey. So once they join, once a new associate joins, and then they enroll a customer or they enroll another associate, they can start putting coins in their piggy bank. But we're going to give them 200 points to kickstart their journey because their ongoing orders are part of your piggy bank collection. So let's go through it. So you enroll new customers and new associates and earn 1 point per PV for their orders, or 1 coin. One of the criteria is you need, as the existing associate, to maintain your own minimum 100 PV each month of the promotion. And as it says here, with 100 PV from your own order. And obviously it's going to be important for you to track your progress. Okay. So the next step is, these are the coins, these are the points that you're aiming for. Okay, so to get half price conference registration or 200 loyalty points, you need to have 1,500 points in your piggy bank. Okay, the next level, 3,000, gives you full price conference registration. At 5,000, you get full price conference registration plus a $250 refund. And then let me explain how this is all going to work in a minute. And please write any questions down. I'll go through the presentation. We'll open it up for Q&A. And if you've got any questions, we may not be able to answer them all tonight. But because we're launching tonight, I will put together, or Olivia and I will put together, a Q&A sheet so that we can address all questions. But we're also going to raise the bar and go for 7,500 points, which is called full conference registration plus a $500 refund. Now, why have we captured it this way? Well, the idea is first that you actually register for conference, and then when the promotion is finished, then we will refund you your investment. So if you've, you'll either get half price refunded if you get to 1,500 points, or if you get to 3,000, you'll get your full conference registration refunded. Now, when we say 5,000 points plus $250 refund, that means that, whether you need an airfare, whether you want to offset your accommodation, what you do is you will pay for it, and then we will refund you $250 towards your expenditure. And that goes for the 500 as well. Okay, and it's just an easy way from the accounting structure to capture everything and do it the right way. But as I say, you have to attend conference to get those $250 and or $500 refund. Okay, so really we're putting everything together to help you make your goal to attend our first face-to-face live event at Royal Pines, and we want you to bring your team along. Okay, so let's look at that. This is the flyer that will be uploaded, and for you to refresh what I've gone over tonight. Okay, so as you can see here, I've just talked to every element, but I want you to remember that the loyalty points are only available at that first level, okay? And the loyalty points are actually 200 loyalty points. So you have a choice at that first level. Anyone who gets 1,500 points, they can choose either half price conference registration or if they can't make it to conference due to personal circumstances, they can elect to have 200 loyalty points. But realistically, we want you to come to conference, but that's your choice at that level. Okay. So the resources we're going to give you to help you get there is obviously the Dash for Cash flyer. We've put together some terms and conditions, and I'll go over a couple of those in a moment. And then a cheat sheet to give you an idea of how quickly you can accumulate your points. And that's quite interesting as well. And the Dash for Cash tracker. So just, again, support materials to help you stay focused and keep a track of what you need to do and how far you got during the promotion. So this is all about new business for you, and which I think is exciting. To me, it's a win-win. If you really go for this, you're also, creating a stronger platform for your existing business structure, which, has to be exciting for the long game. So let's look at some of the rules. Okay. Yes, we do have to have some rules. So the Cash for Conference or loyalty points comes just by enrolling new associates and customers and having them place an order. So it's obviously, it's their choice whether they place an order for Manor Bears or one of our awesome True Health bundles. The loyalty points equate with PV. Okay, so what the value of the order is, as the participating associate, for every order your new associate or your new customer places, you will be awarded 1 point, okay, per PV. And that was an easy way to track it because obviously you know the PV value of probably every order, every product that goes through. So this promotion is designed to help associates offset their costs for conference. And as I said earlier, if, however, you're unable to join this event, there's an opportunity to earn the alternative prize at the first level of the promotion, and that's those 200 loyalty points. So we're running this from the 1st of October through to the 31st of January, so it's 4 months. And Australasia, everyone in the market is eligible, so that is going to be Australia, New Zealand and Singapore. Every one of you can participate. Okay, so I guess I'm going over a few things here, but this is the first time you've heard it. So at the sake of repeating myself, I'll go through it again because, clarity gives vision. And I want you all to be as excited as I am about the opportunity to earn your way to conference. And, as I say, it's about new enrollees, and it's applicable for one-time orders and or automatic orders. It can be on an automatic order for a couple of months and drop off, and then they place an order in the 4th month, whatever. Each order will count, okay? So obviously those orders have to be placed during the promotion period. And I guess one of the basic criteria is point 2 here, that every associate who's participating must have a minimum of 100 PPV order generated during the incentive period, and of that 150 PPV, 100 PV must come from your own personal order. Okay, so your PV does not count towards points as the participating associate, only those of your new associate and or new customers. So I'm smiling as I say this, but you can't buy your way there. It's your customers and your new associates, new customers are going to get you the opportunity to get you to conference. Okay, so points can be earned on all of our products shown on the price list, whether it's individual products or product bundles. Okay, and again, if you enroll a new associate to kickstart their journey so they can start enrolling customers and associates to earn points towards conference, we're giving them a bonus of 200 points as a kickoff, which I think is pretty exciting, and that is for them to attend conference. Okay, so I talked about how we were going to strategize the expenditure, and it's all about refunding the expense. So in order to obtain a refund, you need to complete a reimbursement form, a copy of your travel expenses if you're going for the 250 or the 500, and that's sent to events@mannatech.com.au, and the refunds will be managed that way. So refunds may not be provided prior to the conference taking place. However, we will attempt to do that. The promotion ends end of January, so there's going to be a lot to be done before we kick off with conference. But the accounts department are lined up, and I'm sure everyone's going to do what they can to support you to get the refund in place. Okay. So this promotion earns an associate points on new associate and new customer orders only. Okay, customers upgrading to associates do not count towards this promotion. It's for new associates and new customers, because already an existing customer has earned you an associate a first order bonus. So, you know, you can't keep doubling up on everything. So, and I need to remind everybody and call out that prizes are not transferable for cash. If you earn a conference promotion level and are unable to attend, unfortunately, you need to forfeit your prize. So they're not transferable. Okay. So how does it look? Well, we wanted to give you some examples, and you know, wanted to be realistic. Didn't want it to look as though, you know, everybody who you sign up gets a big order or they're on automatic order straight away. So I guess, you know, when you look at what we've given you here, obviously a new customer or a new associate on buying bundles, the points are going to add up a lot quicker. As you can see here, we sort of did a sort of a selection across our portfolio from transformation, maintenance, value bundles, Zen bundle, immune bundles, different customers buying, and you know, the tally come up to 1,560 points from 7 customers and or associates. So that's over 4 months. So yes, you do need to go out there and have a plan, but it's really doable. So this is an opportunity to, you know, as I say, to you to really get behind this. And there's a lot of other initiatives along the way. We're not talking about first order bonuses, and we're not talking about you building your lineage, but all that's going to happen on the side. This is something extra. So that's why I'm excited for you. And we also did an example too, and again, tried to be realistic, went for 3,000 points to show you that with 11 new customers, that's a combination of either customers and or associates purchasing bundles, then, you know, again, October, November, December, January. And if you actually jump in and really make October work for you, look what you could do even in the month of October. So, you know, it's I was probably being a bit cheeky there, but you know, again, it is doable. Yes, it's not easy, but then, you know, a promotion needs to I say work in both ways, and we want to encourage you even to give it a go. So even half price registration is something to start to aim for. Okay. Okay, so I want you to consider something. You know, now is the time to think of all the assets you have, the unique selling proposition that you have. I don't know of any other company within the association who offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So is this the time to strengthen that message? Because we know, you know, it takes a good 3 months for most of our products to show an impact. You know, we need to encourage people to be on them long term to see the benefit. And that's why we do have a 90-day money-back guarantee. But we look at the figures, and there's hardly anyone, if they stick with it with 90 days and see the impact, very rarely do they want their money back or, you know, return the product for redemption. More often than not, it's someone who probably buys the product and then decides within a short term they don't understand why they need to be on it 3 months and give up too soon. But that's my take. I'm just sharing that with you. So, you know, who do you know that would benefit from a bundle to support their health or particular health challenge, or to enhance their health at this point in time. So have I focused on bundles? Absolutely. I think bundles is the way to make those points accumulate very quickly, but also, you know, you're giving someone the opportunity of, you know, a health benefit and to get on a health journey. So what a gift to give, which is wonderful. Okay, so I've given you my little bit of advert for bundles. So why do you need to plan to be at conference? Well, we want you to celebrate with us. We want you to reconnect with your peers. We've been 2 years plus, you know, without a Manoteck community event. And this is a great opportunity for you to learn from your peers. And, you know, how great is it to all get together and celebrate each other's journey and join in the fun. It's time to have some fun together. And as I say, re-establish that we have a great community. And how great would it be to have a really good numbers rock up for conference. So we are obviously in the planning stages and can't share too much with you at the moment, but there's going to be all the things that you love and know and come to recognize as being part of a Manoteck conference. You know, we're looking at guest speaker lineup and actually being able to be there in person on stage rather than Zoom. It's going to be awesome. And trainers, field leaders, and the global corporate guests can't underline or underpin who they are. I think we've got a few of them who are lining up wanting to come to Australia to support conference. So no final decisions have been yet made by the senior management team. I'm going to let them work that one out. So, you know, because we haven't had a face-to-face event for such a long time, this is going to be amazing. So I'm doing everything I can to encourage you all to plan to be there and work hard to offset your expenditure. But what an investment it's going to be. That's going to be guaranteed. So, you know, I want you to be inspired and ready to celebrate a successful year ahead by joining us at conference. Historically, we know that, you know, you just get re-energized, you re-established your why. We see a uptake of the business growth post-conference year on year because of the energy and excitement, and people come home refreshed and their goals renewed. And yeah, and we'll be something else we'll be doing is launching our next incentive trip, and who wouldn't want to be there to participate and see where we're going on that trip. Now all borders are open and I'm being cheeky. So one last comment from me, and this is tried and tested. You've probably heard it many times before, but it is so true. Failing to plan is planning to fail. You need to have a plan. You need to have a look at all the literature. Yes, I've done a verbal launch tonight. You need to download the literature. You need to know what you need to do. You need to set some targets. You need to establish a call plan of people you're going to reach out to. All those maybes who didn't make a decision a few months ago might be ready to make a decision now. You know, it's an action plan, not a wish list. So you need to have an action plan to really, as I say, get you on the journey and have you participating with us at conference at the beautiful Royal Pines Resort in Coffs Harbour. So I want to have
the Gold Coast, Jenny. Not
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, on the Gold Coast. Oh, yeah, that's a Freudian slip, isn't it? I've used that so many times. Now, I did ask for questions. I'm going to open the chat. It's so hard to have a look at questions, or even just to open up. We're not too many that, I don't know, I may not be able to see you all. So let's look in the chat to see if there's anything that needs to be addressed for, okay, Royal Pines obviously is a favourite. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 4 months, not 3 months. Did I say 3 months, Liv? I can see here 4 months, January.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you for my being back up. Haven't we had a crazy day today? Oh my God. I think I need something stronger than coffee today. Hi guys, I've got to share with you. I'm being organic, and this is Jenny live. We were almost ready to finalise tonight, and the alarms went off in the office, and we had to evacuate. So then we had to all go outside St Leonard's while the fire brigade went through the building, and then get. So you're lucky you actually had a call tonight. I'm going to say. Anyway, sorry. Onwards. Okay. I'm glad you think it's generous. It really is good. So points accumulative. Yeah, every order, every PV counts, Poppy. So, you know, if it's an automatic order every month, every PV counts of those orders placed. Okay. 1 point per PV. Yep. Like, got a thumbs up there. Is the date set in stone? Well, I think it is, because we're about to sign that contract, but you know, that's why we haven't officially launched conference yet. But I
The
think
date is set in stone.
I was going to say we haven't got any rig room, so you're good to book your airfares. Okay. Royal Pines. Wow. So when can we register? Well, as soon as we open up the link, and there's a few more details for amazing events team of one, Olivia, to finalise. And you'll be knowing what the registration cost is. That's probably the main thing. The dates you've already seen, and you know the destination. I'm not too sure. Did you want anything else to add there, Liv?
No, on our very first slide, we noted that we were aiming for mid-October. So that is still my goal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but this has started already. So I don't know if anyone has got any other questions. Now's the time to ask. And as I say, if there's something that we need to put an FAQ sheet together, or even if you suggest something, then we're more than happy. As I say, we pulled this together. Excuse me. We pulled this together to get it out to you tonight. Vincent, no, what we'll do, it's automatically, Vincent, because you have to register for conference, when the conference registration will form the basis of the report. Okay, so all those that register for conference are the ones we'll be tracking. Okay, is there another question? I think that's Pauline. Yes, Pauline.
Just, you mentioned about the return of products, which doesn't happen particularly often. If products are returned in that time frame, will the points be deducted?
Well, that's a good question, Pauline. I should say yes, because, you know, we don't want people buying the bundles and then points being awarded. So I have to make sure I close that door for error. So, but as I say, of all the products that we promote and share, a very small percentage get returned. But what I suggest is, if you know something's been returned, if you're in touch with your customer or an associate, and they've asked for to be returned, then, you know, work hard to maximize that gap, you know, whether it's a $25 order PV or it's 150, realize what's happening. That's why it's important to track and keep an eye on what's happening, so that you've got time to make that up. Okay.
Yep, great. I thought that probably would be the case.
I have to do that.
Just confirming that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine?
Buy and throw it back. No. And keep the points. No, fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody else got anything they'd like to ask? Or say they like it, or excited, or looking forward to register? I don't know. We need some good news, guys. Come on. No, nobody's going to unmute. No one's waving at me. No more questions.
I think it's a great incentive, and I love the Royal Pines. Fabulous. I think I had my first conference up there, so yeah.
Wow.
First away conference, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think a couple of our, I'm going to say golden oldies, who've been around a long time, nothing to do with age, have had a conference at Royal Pines. And I must admit, I've conducted about 3 or 4 conferences there over the past few years, and it really is good. It's a nice location. The events team there are amazing, and the options, you know, to do some stuff around conference is really good as well. Okay. Right. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, because the other part of the equation is actually what it's going to cost accommodation. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what we've been able to define on the contract. So I'm going to zip up. Liv's getting worried. No, it's all right. I'm just teasing.
No, I think they'll be very pleased that they're not paying the $450 that their
Yes.
Marriott was wanting to charge.
I know. And, you know, it became unrealistic. 2 nights accommodation, plus everything, like breakfast, plus, you know, parking or whatever. And I know not everyone wants parking, but it all started to add up, and it became
Sure did.
very unrealistic. So, you know, we want as many people there as possible. So, okay, all right. I'm hoping most of you on this call are going to now start planning, and look forward to seeing you all. I've missed catching up with you all, and it'd be good to, as I say, have a live event and just reconnect and have some fun together as well. Okay. Well, that was 35 minutes of a launch, but I think we did well, Liv, based with the challenges we had today. But anyway, thank you for joining us, everyone. I don't know if there's anything else. Hang on, already got my first 100 coins. Well done, Poppy. Yeah, and I agree. Can't wait to see everyone in the flesh. I think we've done well on Zoom and Zoom meetings, but there's nothing nice walking around. And I think if I'm allowed to have a hug and have a chat over the coffee machine, is going to be great. Okay, all right. So, okay, 100 coins in the piggy bank already, Poppy. Well done. Well done. Okay. And as I said, every order counts. So make the most of it, guys. Look forward to seeing you all at conference. Okay.